a Cessna 172 Seahawk crashed near Nanaimo, I think in Vancouver Island, British Columbia in Canada. So this is what is left of it. It has a very extensive debris after the crash, as you can see it here. So this isn't the actual plane. I wasn't able to get the reg number and something to trace back the actual plane, probably due to, you can see it's like everything here is totally in pieces. So I just got this as an example. So it's not the actual plane involved, but this is the same model of Cessna 172 Skyhawk. So this something how to give an idea of something how it looks. So, and then from something like this, it crash into this, pieces that we can even hardly identify. So later, maybe as we are watching, I may try to see if we zoom in and see anything we can identify in there. So we'll now look at what caused this, the crash summary and the key facts surrounding this crash. But before we do that, in case you are new here, welcome to Foskaay Aviation. I'm Solomon Foskaay, not a pilot but an aviation enthusiast and fan like you. So I bring you simplified analysis about aviation, incident, and more. If that interests you, please remember to like, subscribe, tap notification bell, and tap that share button as well. Your comment is appreciated on your what you observe in the crash. So now let's quickly go on to look at the cause of the crash and more details. This happened November 27, 2025. So I'm recording this early morning, 2025, November 29th. So that's about 48 hours ago. It happened around 3 local time during the en route phase. So it wasn't takeoff, it wasn't landing, it's like the plane was actually on flight. So the type of plane is said to be Cessna 172 Skyhawk, which is a single engine trainer. So operator is by Sealand Flight, and we'll also look at the details of the flight part and about that company that own the flight as well. So we'll look at that also. So the occupant is one, which is just the pilot, but tragically it's a fatal accident because the pilot was fatally injured. So fatality is one, which is the sole occupant of the plane. The aircraft damage is totally destroyed. The location was said to be wooded area in Twilight Way, southeast Nanaimo, Vancouver Island in Canada. So if I go back, you can see the state of the plane is totally destroyed. So let's try and zoom in if we can get some more info from it. So please put in the comment, what do you observe in the crash? Though there is no post fire, but it's like totally written off, destroyed. I'm trying to figure out this part of the plane, because I wasn't able to get the actual plane, so it's a bit difficult to see. But which part of this are you seeing? Please let me know in the comment. These are some parts, and you can see there are other parts. So it seems it hit this wooded area and then just disintegrates into different parts and things like that, and so difficult to even identify and piece things together. So kindly put what you can see, what you can observe, and share in the comment. So what really caused this crash? Let's learn more about that. The flight was said to be private from Campbell Rivers Airport to Nanaimo Airport. So that was where the flight was said to be heading. This is the Campbell, and this is where it's actually heading. So we'll come back to that. The weather not really specified, but seems to be a night VFR, which is like visual. So I'm just wondering, like, doing visual at that time of the night. So maybe what happened, according to the RCMP press, crashed in rural wooded spot about 8 kilometers from Nanaimo Airport, British Columbia, Canada, and they said the police department got call around 3 a.m. So, and one person was involved, with multiple agencies did search around it, and eventually they found the wreckage in the morning. So investigation is ongoing, because currently the cause of the crash is yet to be known. The only thing is just it happened around that 3 a.m. when they got the report, and then the platform that was the Sealand Flight also confirmed that indeed it was a private flight from their one of their training fleet and things like that that crashed. So let's now look at the actual details of the flight paths and things. So first, let's look at this, where the journey started, and this is where it went through, and then the crash. But let's look first at where it all started. This was the airport, as you can see. But why I need to zoom in first from the takeoff is also because of air, which is the Sealand Flight. So the airport it took off from is the same place where the flight training school that this flight belonged to was located. So that's why I had to zoom it in for you. And this, I think this runway 10 and runway 12. So probably it will likely have taken off from 12, considering the part it's facing. But this the company that owned the flight, though it was a private, maybe privately chartered or things like that. So they have confirmed this one of their flight as well. So it went through all this route and almost at the point of where it ought to land before the tragedy struck. So let's see. So you can see this now. This is where the airport it ought to land, but this is where it crashed. So you can see that it's very, very close. It's almost, so probably something went wrong with it and made it to vie off the path, and then trying to struggle to land here. So there's still investigation, no precise details of the cause, but this is a very, very close one to each other from where it ought to land. So this is the airport here. You can see it, the Nanaimo Airport that it ought to land, but then it crashed in this area, which is more like a wooded area and close to some residential area, but no house was impacted, though some eyewitness said it that if it's just add a little ton more, it might end up, sorry, this is the impacting their roof and things like that, to tell you how close it was at impacting one of those wooded accommodation around the area. So that's what the update I got about the crash. So what do you think could have contributed to such crash, and what, probably if you have flight or have idea of that environment, what the pilot could have done to avoid that such crash? It doesn't seem to even be peaceable to know like the parts and things together. Share what you see in the comment below. So that's the update I got so far. Maybe in future, if any update, I may like to also update you more when there's outcome of the investigation by the TSB, that's equivalent of NTSB in Canada. So that's it for the update. I am in Foskaay. Please remember to always do good to humanity, nature everywhere, every day, anywhere you are, to make the world and universe a better place for us all. See you in the next one. Kindly watch other video, and if you find this educative, kindly like and share the video. See you in the next one. Peace and bye.